Welcome to another edition of Paradox TV. My name is Alan, host of Paradox TV. Good people, are you ready? Are you excited? Breaking news, though it's not really, because you can see this stuff coming 100 miles away. And that is that I've heard Mrs. May come out and say, Brexit means Brexit. Brexit means Brexit. I'm going to be a woman or a leader for the people. I am going to go over there and I'm going to tell them how it's done. I'm not going to bow down to corporations. And the truth is that, Mrs. May, you sold out just like the rest of them. Just like the rest of them. If truly we had an EU referendum, which we did, where the great British public said that we don't want to be part of the EU, Article 50 should have been enacted the very next day. Instead of that, we had a cowarding leader, Mr. Cameron, who came out after Project Fear and said he's looking to resign, he's going to step down. Then we had a fast of a campaign where we always knew who the leader was going to be. Check the videos if you don't believe me. And now we're in a situation, the puppet on the string. Who's the next sellout? Oh, let's get someone else who's just going to toe the line. Yeah? And this is where we are now. So she said that Brexit means Brexit, but we're not just going to leave the EU. So it's gone from Brexit means Brexit to I'm going to be a person for the people, I'm going to do what the people want, etc., etc. I'm going to be a person for the people. Now what they're saying is, fascinating, that they're not going to look to enact Article 50 until the start of next year. What that means is that what you're going to see now is you're going to see Project Small Fear come out. Project Small Fear is where you have lots and lots of organisations start to come out and say, if we leave the EU, we are going to move. If we leave the EU, we are going to move. Yeah? So, for example, EasyJet have come out and said, we're thinking about changing our headquarters. Yeah? We're thinking about changing our headquarters. So, fascinating that. And actually, you should get out. We'll get another budget airline in that will do just as good a job. But no, you won't. Because it's all like little Project Fear, little Project Fear, little Project Fear, all the way along. And then actually, they know that you'll feel so run down and you'll feel so lethargic after what we're going to go through in the next kind of 4, 5, 6 months, that it's going to get there and say, well, actually, what we need to do is we need to put it back again. And everyone, oh, and then actually what we need to do is put it back again. I thought of a great title for a movie. Yeah, great title for a movie. And they should do a remake of this movie. And it should be called Liar, Liar. Now, you might be familiar with this movie. It was starring Jim Carrey. And basically, the way it goes is, for the whole day, yeah, Jim Carrey had to tell the truth. Yeah, so he had to tell the truth. He couldn't lie to people anymore, so he had to tell the truth. More importantly, he had to tell his son the truth. But what's fascinating with the whole thing is he goes through a process where he thinks that he's got it all made, it's all set out, and he discovers that actually what he's got ain't worth a damn, and actually the things that he regarded not being worth a damn was worth everything. Yeah, and that's where we are. As this is where these leaders are. This is, it's so strange that we voted on the 23rd of June that we wanted to get out of the EU. We voted it. And if you actually look at all the things which are happening in the EU, yeah, through all this stuff they've just pushed on us, yeah, how would we not want to be? How is it even feasible to think we're not going to enact Article 50? If it's going to be painful, get on and do it. Don't deliberate. There's a guy in the Bible. I'm a Christian, yeah, so I make no apologies about that whatsoever. And I voted out, and I make no apologies about that whatsoever. There's a guy in the Bible called David, and it said that he had a heart unto God. And let me tell you why he had a heart unto God. Because when he was convicted about something, he did something about it. Yeah? When he had to do something, he did it. Politicians, you don't give a monkeys about anyone. About other than yourselves, because you're sold out. You're all on the same gravy train. You're all giving away, like a sweet, a Red Hot Chili song. But you're just giving it away. Yeah? And it's sickening. You know, and you should star in your own film. And actually, they should do, like they've just done the remake of Ghostbusters, right? Where they've got 4 women as opposed to 4 men. Yeah? Great. So they should do that. But Theresa May, you should star in it. Because you have been nominated as the next puppet on the string. You won't enact Article 50 because of all the things which are set to play out. Yeah? I read, and this is, you know, it's frustrating. In 100 years from now, if humanity hasn't blown itself up, or if Jesus hadn't come back, or whatever, 100 years from now, they're going to look back on this generation. They're going to look back from this generation, going back like 100 years or so, and they're going to go, were those guys really that stupid? Were they really that stupid? Wow, how did they manage to pull all that stuff over their eyes? How did they manage to come up with a Federal Reserve? How did they manage to do that? Where, you know, they took it away from the people, the bank away from the people, and they gave it to a privately owned bank that you ask for money, they give you a load of money, and you pay them interest on that money from their own bank. It's ridiculous. How did they get away with a moon landing? Wow, when even now they can't figure out how to get through the spatial wall. And the spacecraft had less technology on it than an iPhone. How did they pull that one? Wow! How did they convince everyone that a one world globalistic standpoint is a good... How did they do that? Wow! How did they come up and say and put all this stuff on them? How did they get everyone to accept this mass amount of immigration? How did they get everyone to prostitute all their values for nothingness? You know, something which came to me today when I was thinking was, where the love of money is, man, there are all kinds of evil. There are all kinds of evil. And some of these politicians probably think they're actually doing a good thing. They probably think that this is going to end up in some kind of humanistic utopia, yeah, where, you know, but they're going to maintain all their positions, yeah, but they've sold out, but they're going to maintain all their positions because what they're actually searching for is this globalistic utopia, and it doesn't work because you don't give a damn about the people, yeah, you've got no interest in the people. All you care about is making money, corporations, and none of that stuff matters. None of it matters. What matters is having a heart for those people that have done so much for you. Yeah, those people that went to go and fight in 2 world wars. Giving a damn about those people that put their lives on the line so you can have your freedoms, equalities, liberties and everything else. And you don't give a damn about those people. Yeah, the 1% don't give a damn about it because all they care about is a spoiled rich kids. Yeah, the interest making off the money that they give you. They don't care about you. And what we need to do, the problem is though, and this is the big problem, and this is the challenge for it all, there's no strong opposition. I mean, the opposition known as Labour have got, granted, probably a very nice chap, yeah? But my goodness me, lives in some kind of fairyland, absolute fairyland of, just give everyone everything. It don't work like that because if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. You should give people something which inspires them, something which is going to drive them, something which is going to motivate them, something where they say, do you know what, this is what I could be. But we're never going to see that with the status quo. All the time, the way things are. It's a daft world. You know, I read that this morning that there was... They were doing an induction or whatnot, and there was someone from NASA there that was supposed to talk about Mr. Trump, and Ted Cruz was supposed to talk about Mr. Trump and the name. But you know what makes me laugh is people are surprised by that. They're surprised that they left him out of the speech because they're part of the same corrupt bent system. NASA. Anyone who believes that NASA is exactly what it says it is, wow. Anyone who believes Ted Cruz was going to be a really, really good leader, You know, and I'm not saying that in particular to him, but if you are looking for someone with values, if you're looking for someone who stands by what they say and is actually as a leader, whether those decisions are right or wrong, but they stand as a person for the people, yeah, the people that elected them, rather than people who just, you know, stand up there and they tell you exactly what you want to hear, and the moment they've got what they want, they sell you down the river because you're their gravy train for getting where they want to be. You're their gravy train for getting to the promised land. And it don't matter how much you catch them out. Doesn't matter how much you catch them out. They ain't never going down. Yeah? I mean, goodness me, the war in Iraq, completely bent. Yeah, it should have never happened. Was all a lie. From its conception to its fulfillment, it was a complete and utter lie. And yet those people are walking around quite happily. Yeah, how did it happen as well? With the other lies, they waited till Jimmy Savile, Mr. Jimmy Savile, yeah, who did what he did. Yeah, and I'll try to give people every respect because you know, none of us should judge. Yeah, we should take things on the way out. But they waited till the guy died before they started investigations. And why? Because he had stuff on some quite high-ranking officials, and he knew that if they go after him, he will take them down. So what they did is they took a load of low-level people down that wouldn't have known too much. Yeah, they took them all down, and the high-ranking officials still stay in their places. What is happening in the world is they're calling for a one world government. They're calling for a one world finance system. They're calling for a one world religion. Yeah, because they know that once all those things are brought in control, then the leader that they're all praying for, yeah, their Messiah, yeah, which isn't Jesus, which is the anti of Jesus, yeah, will spring forth. And in that time, those people that believe in truth, those people that believe in what's right and the way for you will not be counted. But we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity to break forth from this. And if you really believe, oh, well, she said Brexit means Brexit. Look, it's a ruse, yeah? It's a ruse because what they're doing is you've got all the little leaders like France, not saying little leaders in terms of size of country, yeah, but I'm saying in terms of their authority, yeah, so like France, I heard Ireland today, other places, and what they're saying is, you know, well, Britain voted to come out of the EU, they need to come out. But yet on the other side of it, Theresa May goes and visits Germany, and instead of a hostile reception, she's given a red carpet. Because it's all about, well, you know, they want us out, well, they're losing patience with us. Fear, fear, fear. And if truly, Mrs. May was a person for the people, first thing she would have done, got into office and said, you know what? Brexit means Brexit. I'm enacting Article 50. But instead of that, nah. So welcome to the Liar Liar Show, the movie, which is going to be co-starring Miss Angela Merkel, Mr. David Cameron, Mr. George Osborne, with all the other cronies on chucked in board as well. It's going to be a blockbuster. And you know what? Those people viewing it in 100 years from now will be laughing their backsides off about it and saying, how were you guys so bizarre after 2 world wars and all that affliction and all that pain? How did you just give it all away? Who knows? Anyway, Paradox TV signing off. Stay tuned. Stay vigilant because the truth matters.